Hello, anyone out there who is watching this. It's been a minute since I uploaded a video. It's now 2025. It's been a long time because I've been going to school and working. So, just wanted to give an update. I'm still tapering off of my Lexapro. I actually switched from the pills to the liquid, so it's making tapering and measuring out things a lot easier. So if you are in the process of tapering and you're able to get your hands on the liquid suspension or get a compounded medication, I highly suggest it. It's just less hassle than having to split a pill. Before I got the liquid suspension, I tapered myself all the way down from 15 to 2.5 milligrams, probably in the matter of, I don't know, a month and a half, which is entirely too fast. I started having really terrible withdrawal symptoms, so I had to go back up to 15, stay there for a hot minute, let myself level out, and just slowly start tapering again. So I've kind of just been going with how I'm feeling. My doctor and I kind of set up a tentative schedule of going down a milliliter every 2 weeks. When I was at a higher dose, it wasn't such an issue. I wasn't really noticing terrible withdrawal symptoms. I think the worst thing that I was experiencing, or that I have experienced so far during the taper, is insomnia. The insomnia is terrible, horrible. It's making it very hard to function. I've also had a lot of brain fog, dizziness, some nausea, just overall just a general feeling of just being out of it, not fully there. Which, I'll have my good and bad days. Some days it's better than others. I also kind of towards the beginning of my taper had tinnitus, which is ringing in your ears, off and on. I've noticed that the lower I get, the harder it's getting. I was at 6 milliliters about 5 days ago. I was at my 6 milliliters for probably 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then I tapered to 5 milliliters about 5 days ago. The first 3 days were okay, but day before yesterday at night, I just out of nowhere had crippling anxiety, full-fledged panic attack that I have not had in so long. Just heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, sweating, that icy feeling in your chest, It was so bad to the point where I called EMS just to come check me out because I was full on convinced I was having a heart attack. I had to take Xanax, which I haven't had to take my Xanax in so long. I had my last prescription that I got filled was February 2024, so it's been almost a full year since I've got the prescription. But yeah, I had to take the Xanax. I couldn't calm down. And then today, I just feel tired. I feel just overall not 100. I'm having anxiety off and on, not to the extent that I was having it when I had to call EMS. But yeah, so I just kind of went back up to 6 milliliters. I'm supposed to meet with my doctor tomorrow. Anybody who's out there that's going through any type of medication withdrawal or is wanting to taper or in the process of tapering, my biggest advice to you, go so slow. Just go so slow. Some people are very lucky and they can quit cold turkey and they have absolutely no withdrawal symptoms and they're fine. But I would rather go super slow and not risk going into protracted withdrawal than take my chances, because the withdrawal is just, it makes you not functional. And you know, especially if you're working and going to school and raising a child, like, how are you expected to be able to do all that when you have all this stuff going on? So, biggest advice, go slow. If you can, get the liquid version of your medication because it makes things so much easier when going down. Try to stay busy as much as you can. I know it's hard, especially when all you're focused on is just how shitty you feel. Yeah, honestly, like, I've been my most productive when I've been having these spells because I have to stay busy. Otherwise, I'll just sit there and I'll just consume myself with thinking about how terrible I feel. I've also found that, you know, if you have a hobby that you really love, like, try getting into that hobby. Takes your mind off of things. Reading, reading's helped me significantly. Just being around my kid, you know, it's just being around a supportive system, family members, friends, people who understand what you're going through makes all the difference. Also, things that have kind of helped, like with my physical symptoms, I've kind of found, like, if I'm short of breath or I'm feeling like that angst within my chest, if I step outside and just get some cold air and just breathe slowly, that seems to really help. Yeah, just breathing is really important. There are some stretches, kind of like, I wouldn't say they're yoga stretches, but there's some stretches that you can even do that can help with, like, your nervous system to kind of just decompress and relax and chill. But yeah, that's, I know I wanted to make a video talking about why I wanted to, kind of like what led up to me wanting to taper off all, like, you know, depressants, anti-anxiety meds, that sort of thing. I just haven't had time. And I don't even know if anyone's watching this, but I know when I've been going through this, watching other people's videos has helped me feel like I'm not alone. It's kind of like a good community and support system. So hopefully this can help somebody. I would like to make a video in the future kind of talking about what led me to start tapering, because it was just, it was like the worst I've felt in my entire life. Like, I was just, my nervous system was just shot, and emotionally, mentally, physically, I was just done there for a minute. So I'll probably make a video on that and just the types of meds that I was prescribed and what didn't work, what I've tried, that sort of thing. And again, this isn't a one-size-fits-all. I think that's important to know too. Like, just because something works or doesn't work for someone else doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for you. And I'm not against these types of medications when they're absolutely necessary. I understand there are some people that they rely on this to function. I did when I first got prescribed these meds in 2019. You know, they helped me tremendously. But what I don't agree with is the prescribers not forewarning you and fully letting you know what you're getting yourself into before you start taking these meds. Because they are not something that you can just, you know, quit. Your body gets used to it, and then once it doesn't have it, things start happening not good. So, yeah, little update, and hopefully I'll make a video soon. I'm supposed to start my next semester end of this month. Yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything, you can just sound off in the comments. But yeah, all right, cool. Have a good New Year. Bye.